Imagine you're on a tennis court, racket in hand, and a ball is hurtling straight towards you. But you hear your phone ring off court. Do you lose focus, or do you keep your eyes on the ball and think about winning the point? There's something about the world that we live in today that makes it far too easy for us to get distracted. We often focus on things that matter less and lose a lot of time in the process. I grew up in Paris in the 80s. Every week, my family and I would pile into a car, zoom through bustling traffic and winding streets to get to the one and only Indian grocery store tucked away in the heart of the city. The store was run by an Indian man and his Chinese wife, who made the best Chinese samosas I've ever had. My family would buy groceries for the week, and then, the moment I'd been waiting for, I'd get to choose Hindi video cassettes that we could take home to watch. Everything about that weekly ritual was special to me. The drive, the wait, the smell, the sounds, everything was memorable. Back then, time gave things meaning. But somewhere along the way, our relationship with time changed. Today, we watch Netflix and order snacks on Zomato while checking WhatsApp and scrolling through Instagram. We are constantly flooded with a sea of distractions, but also expected to respond instantly to news, photos, announcements. It's as if we've stopped actively engaging, but are simply reacting. It's no wonder we share such a complicated relationship with time. I've seen many students struggle with this, but I've also seen some rise above the noise. As an educator, I always get asked, what makes students successful? And in my 22 years of experience in higher education, I have found that it's not the most hardworking or the most talented or the most skillful students that thrive. It's those who can architect their relationship with time. The research backs this up. A recent study by the NCBI of first-year college students found that students who have good time management skills, along with the ability to self-reflect, are the ones who do the best academically. This means knowing where you spend your time and understanding why you spend your time on those activities is equally important. In practical terms, this means understanding what to prioritize and what to postpone. It's about being able to spot those distractions and reducing them, but not to a point where we act like machines. After all, we are human. One way to think about time differently is to look at it from different perspectives. Modern concepts of time were developed in the West. They were introduced around 60 years ago to improve industrial efficiency and maximize output. This linear approach to time has led to incredible progress. But it has also left us feeling three things about time. One is that it's a resource that can run out. Two is that it's something that can be saved or spent. And three, it is a source of constant anxiety. I like to call this chronos anxiety, this perpetual fear that if something doesn't happen now, it never will. Chronos, by the way, is the Greek god for structured and linear time. It's where we get words like synchronize, chronicle, and chronological. But step into Eastern philosophy, and the meaning of time starts to change. In Hinduism, time is cyclical, with vast and repeating patterns. In Buddhism, we are taught to accept the present. In Chinese philosophy, time is like nature. Think of seasons that come and go and come again. When we start thinking of time this way, we realize that there is a time for everything. And we also begin to understand that some things deserve our attention now, while others can wait their turn. We live in a digital age ruled by a Western clock, where instant gratification reigns supreme. But what if we were to take this linear view of time and step into a more circular one? Instead of saying things like, I'd love to do this, but I can't because I have no time, why not say, I'd love to do this and I will, but right now I need to focus on something else? According to an article with the Harvard Business Review, leaders who were able to make deliberate choices about which activities to prioritize and which to decline had more meaningful relationships and engagements with their work, their family, and community. Amongst the most successful people I've worked with, one thing stands out. They are able to design their time to work for them. This allows us to remain purposeful, but at the same time allows us to maintain our spark. One of my guiding mottos is Carpe Diem, seize the day. This essentially means to make the most of every moment that you have. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and you're going to say, does she really do all of that? You may also wonder, does she have ADHD? Both may be true. I run 2 organizations. I sit on several boards. I counsel hundreds of students. I work with dozens of universities. I play tennis every single day. I work out 3 to 4 days a week. I read, I travel. I'm a mother of teenage twins. I have 2 dogs at home. And at the moment, I'm actually learning how to play mahjong. My life isn't perfect, and it's oftentimes pretty messy. But I know I've designed it in such a way that it works for me. So how does this all tie together? I'm going to leave you with 3 simple but powerful tools that you can use as you architect your relationship with time. The first is be curious. Keep learning and adding to your list of must-tries. You may not get to everything right away. That's okay, but never stop exploring. The second is be resilient. Oftentimes, things don't work out. That's not time lost. That's experience gained. Reset, regroup, and move ahead. And third, trust yourself. In moments of overwhelm, remind yourself, I got this. And trust me, time will meet you halfway. Hopefully now you're beginning to see that time is so much more than a measure of our productivity. It is a marker of our identity. So the next time you find yourself asking, how do I fit it all in? Instead, try saying, how do I use this moment to prove who I am? The ball is now in your court. Thank you.